I can tell you personally, sometimes dads can get a little over our heads.
That's honest.
Like this.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, everything's fine. They're doing homework right now. It's like a little mini think tank thing.
Dads over their heads. I love that movie. That was the
too.
case when former reality TV star Kristen Cavallari left her husband, an NFL quarterback, at home alone with their 2 kids.
That's right. He needed more defense there instead of offense. She posted a picture of this frantic text message from her husband, Jay Cutler, on Instagram. It said, "I need you home ASAP. All hell is broken loose. Jax is in his crib. Cam refuses to eat. I'm about to leave." And then she said, quote, "Ladies, you want your man to appreciate you? Leave him alone with the kids to see what we deal with."
Been there, done that. So what's the best way to help dads hack it when mom's away? Joining us right now is marriage and parenting blogger Mark Merrill. He is the president of Family First, which is a nonprofit that works to strengthen families. He joins us today from Tampa. Mark, I don't know about you, but I have been in that guy's shoes.
I'll tell you, I chuckled when I got that text. A lot of guys can relate to it, and I have fumbled the ball just like Jay on a number of occasions. No, I'll bet he's never going to say to Kristen, "Hey, so what exactly did you do all day?" He's never going to say that again.
Did everything.
So listen, you wrote All Pro Dad. You have a great advice in there. So what specific advice, what are your coaching tips right now in your playbook to help dads that might be alone with the kids to get ahead of the game before they're in it?
Well, first of all, Jay's got to realize he's got to listen to his offensive coordinator and his quarterback's coach, right? And so he really needs to ask his wife to coach him up and to understand her system of how she deals with the kids. Kids love systems and routines. Secondly, really listen to her instruction. When she says something, follow her advice. It's going to pay off in the long run.
Mark, come on.
And finally, really seek out resources.
Seek out resources. Let's back up for just a second. You say your second tip was listen to the instructions. I remember my wife had to make a trip away, and I was in charge of the kids, and I asked her to tell me what to do, and I was looking at her. I thought I was listening, but as soon as she was gone, I pretty much forgot all of it.
Should he take notes?
That's exactly. We don't like to listen to instruction, do we? But it really does pay off when you're.
Good job.
No question about it. It's a very important thing. And so we've got to listen to instruction, and we've got to seek out advice. We can't be embarrassed about it because all of us dads go through it. Seek out advice from other resources, allprodad.com. We've got a few playbooks that will help dads to be the best they can be.
But, I think there's a fear in dads that they don't want to let the mom know that things might be out of control because then she'll get worried and feel bad and guilty about where she is. So what's your advice to dealing with it then? Because you say seek out help. If you're in the middle of a mess at home and all you know what is breaking loose, is it still okay to call the mom, you think, and say, "I need you now, help me"?
Well, all NFL quarterbacks know that's when you got to call an audible. You don't know what to do. You got to call an audible, and you got to go with your gut and maybe seek out another guy who has been through it already and ask him, "What do you do when you're in that kind of situation?" And I'm sure he'll be able to score big with his wife by doing that.
When she comes home, you got to huddle and say, "Don't ever leave me alone with them again."
Right. Thank you. That's interesting. Just thank you for what you do.
All right, Mark Merrill, we thank you very much for joining us today from Tampa. Great advice.
All Pro Dad.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Mark.